Okay, so today we have exercise 15, measuring perspective, method B. Last time we explained method A, which was one of the methods that you use to draw two-point perspective in highly accurate way. Okay? The measuring perspective method B is another method for drawing in two-point perspective, again, to get a very highly accurate result. Now, we have two different methods. Both of them are excellent. Both of them can be used to draw the same type of drawings. However, sometimes you prefer one method over another because it's faster, or for example, the teacher asks you for a specific method, or sometimes, depending on the type of drawing, it is easier to draw with one method rather than the other. But both methods can be used for the same type of drawings, and both of them are, as I said, excellent. Give excellent accuracy. Okay? So, both of them are highly important in drawing. Okay? Today, I will draw two examples. First, I will draw this one, which is more simple, and to show you the steps, because with these methods, like method A, we have a specific way of constructing the drawing before we actually start drawing. And this is very important to explain. And then I will draw the two examples, one very simple and the other one also simple, but a little bit more complication. And we will see how this works. Okay. Now, in this method, before I do anything, I need to draw a line called the picture plane line. The first line here, picture plane line. Okay, this is my first step. Then, above the picture plane line, I need to draw whatever object I'm drawing as a top view. Now, first of all here, ignore this one for now, okay? I will draw this first, which is this object, okay? So don't look at this, later I will explain about this. So this object here, we need to draw this one as a top view and take the top view and rotate it at 60 degree and 30 degree. Now, this 60 and 30 degree, they can be the other way around. I can put 60 here, 30 here, okay? What will happen is, where I have the 30 degree, I will see, because it's less, I will see more of this side. Now, if I put here 60, it will be shifted that way, and I will see more of this side and less of this side. So, but in this case, because I have here a longer object and here a shorter, I want to show here more. So this is correct and this is correct. It doesn't matter what you put. It depends on what angle you want to show it, the object. Okay? So 60 here, 30 here is fine. 60 or 30 here, fine. Okay? The top view of the object needs to be drawn accurately. The top view must be accurate, and then you shift it according to the degrees. This top view, it must be drawn either with the actual measurements or the scaled measurements. So it depends on what is asked of you. If I tell you, draw this object a scale 1 to 1, it will mean you will take what you have here and put it on the drawing. If I tell you draw it in a scale 1 to 5, you have to reduce. Okay? So it depends what you are drawing. If it's a small object, fit into the paper, you don't need to use a scale. But if you're drawing a building, very big object, you need to scale it down. Okay, we explained about these things before. So, in our case, we will use scale 1 to 1 in both drawings. So, what we have here, we will put here in the drawing. I already draw the top view, and I rotated the top view. Okay? So, we have here two cubes, 2 by 2 by 2 centimeter, and in the middle we have an object 1 centimeter by 5 centimeter high. Okay? So, as a top view, it will look like this and rotate it. Where is this located again? Above the line called the picture plane line. Now, after I'm done with this stage, okay, I need to find the station point. Like in method A, we have a station point here, okay? We need to locate it. and it should be at 90 degree again. Now, from this corner, the first corner, which should touch the picture plane line, which is this point here, okay? We will take a straight line down. Now, the station point can be at several areas. If I put it here, okay, then I can follow this line, parallel lines at 90 degree, or use my rulers, okay, like last time, to find the 90 degree station point. However, with this method, you need to apply something additional. You need to measure from here. So the object, this object, for example, if you put a line down until the picture plane line, and from here, straight line down, of course. So from here to here, how much? Okay. So from here to here, how much the distance? You put it here 2 times, okay? 2 times. So this distance times 2, okay? And there is the station point. So you measure this distance, put it times 2, and put the station point location. This is just to give you a very accurate drawing, so it doesn't create like views that are kind of not very nice looking if you put the station point at another location. So if we have this object, for example, the same thing. You put the points down and you measure the distance. Some objects can be long, short, okay? Just remember not to make a mistake. Don't measure this or this. Measure the distance. When you put these lines down, this distance is important, okay? Okay, so this distance times 2, we put the station point wherever it's located. And it should be located on this line. Now, once we find the station point, we need to put the other 2 lines, which should be crossing each other at 90 degrees. So this line must be parallel to this line. This line must be parallel to this line, okay? Or you can just use your rulers like last time, okay? So for example, here this must be parallel. This edge you can put it down, and you can go down to the station point. Continue this line, okay? Or you can use this ruler again, okay? Put it down wherever the station point is located, and then line, okay? Like this, or just make sure they are parallel to each other. So let me draw. So this should be what? At 90 degrees, okay? And these lines parallel to these lines. Very important, okay? Okay, now, where these 2 lines cross the picture plane line, we will name this P1 and P2. Then, underneath the picture plane line, you need to draw a horizon line. Now, this horizon line, it can be, it doesn't have to be very close to the picture plane line, but you have to understand that this distance where you place it will affect the drawing, okay? So, anywhere you place it, the drawing will be from a different angle of view, okay? So, the horizon line must be below somewhere, and then you will take from P1, straight line down. This will be the vanishing point 1 from here down to touch the horizon line. This is vanishing point 2. Okay. Now, we need to also decide the ground line, where it's going to be located. Again, it can be located in several places, okay? But remember what I said last time? When the ground line and the horizon line come close to each other, So my horizon line, if I get closer to the ground, whatever I'm drawing, my angle of view will be different. So sometimes I might be looking down at it, sometimes up. Okay? It's not wrong. It's all is correct, but it will affect the way the object looks. Okay? Which is normal. So if you draw it somewhere and you draw the object, you don't like the way it looks, you can move it up or move it down and see what happens then. Okay? This with the drawing, you have to experiment and then decide what you want to do. So we decide the ground line to be in this location. In this case, my horizon line is here. I have here sufficient space to draw. And so, for example, if the object goes above the horizon line, it will be like part of it, you're looking up at it. But I'm going to try to draw the object as I'm looking down at it. So I need sufficient space here between the horizon and the ground line. Okay, now, where the ground line crosses this edge here, this is the starting point, 0, like last time. Okay? And we will put some measurements on this line. So, some measurements that we will need. Okay. Now, from the starting point here, the 0, okay, we will take these lines where? To the vanishing points. Be careful not to take it to the picture plane point, okay? To the vanishing points, okay? So, from this starting edge where the two lines cross, the ground line with this line, okay. Now, we are drawing this object, okay? Remember. So, it's the first cube, the first edge here is 2 centimeters, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, okay? So, 1, 2, this is here number 2. So, our first edge will be here. This one going to the vanishing point. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, so at 2 centimeters, this will be the height. I can also take this immediately to the vanishing point. Should go to the vanishing point. Okay, now, how do I find the location? Now this line, we already know it, but how do we find this line here, this line, and this line? Now, here is what is new about this method. So, to find these, you need to look at the top view, and you need to look at the points where lines intersect. For example, this point here is this line. This point is this line, and this point is this line here, okay? So, we need to find the location of the points here, and also this point here. After that, it's very easy. We just put the lines up and continue the drawing. How do we do that, okay? Something important. Now, we start always, because sometimes you might have a lot of lines that cross each other, a lot of points. You start always with the first 2 lines, these 2 lines. The main object, okay, the main object points that are at the main lines, this line and this line. So, this, and this we need to find. These we don't need to find, because once we find these, when we take the lines to the vanishing points, they will appear. This here point, we don't need it, because when I take this line to the vanishing point, this to the vanishing point here, they will cross, and this point will appear on its own, okay? So we always start at the front, and then we move back. So, okay, how do we find this point? We take a straight line down to SP. Okay, so we take this down to SP. This one, we also take it to SP. And this one to SP. And this point also to SP. So, all the points that you need to find, you will take them and put them exactly to meet at the station point. Now, look carefully and mark. Where do the lines intersect with the picture plane line? They intersect here, and here, and here, and here. Okay? This is very important. Now, to find this line, okay? This is the point where it intersects the picture plane line. From here, I take a straight line down. It must be straight. If you just use it, just any ruler without a T-square, the line might become a little bit shifted, the drawing inaccurate. You must use the T-square and put the ruler on top. Make sure the lines are perfectly straight that you take down. Any mistakes in this construction, any small mistake, because some of the lines are very close to each other, and some points can be ½ millimeter next to each other in some drawings. So if you make any mistake, the result here will also look wrong. Okay? So just be careful. So from this point here, where this point intersects the picture plane line, we take a straight line down. The straight line down, you see from this point? And this is basically the line we need here, where it crosses these two lines. Now the next one, this line, how do we find it? This, okay, how do we find that? The same thing. We already found the point on the picture plane line. We put a straight line down. Okay, here is the one, the line that we want. The final line, this line, which is this one here, this point crosses the picture plane here. We put a straight line down. Here is the location. Now we're finding the location, later the heights, okay? We need now the location. So this is the location. We already have this cube here. We need, this line we need, and this line we need. Now, from this side, what happened, okay? Here the point crossed the picture plane, so I need to take a straight line down from here. Until a straight line down until it crosses these two lines. And this is basically the other side of the cube that we need. Now, to continue the drawing, we will take these 2 points to the vanishing points, okay? To the vanishing point. And this one to the vanishing point. Okay. Now, this is a 2 by 2 centimeter cube, 100% should be correct. Now, this object here is actually high, at 5 centimeter high, okay? So how do we know? So how high to put it here? Well, we will extend the lines. We extend the lines up and we go back to the first edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At number 5, we take to the vanishing point. To the vanishing point, where it will intersect these two lines. This is what we need. Okay? Now, and this here will be deleted. Okay? Now, from these 2 points to the other vanishing point, Now, this object, it ends where the cube ends. So until the end, here. Until the end, meaning this corner. So I will put this line up. So, where it will intersect to this line, okay, here is the location. From here, we will take to the other vanishing point. To the other vanishing point, and this is the object, basically, that we need. Now this cube, we already located this face from this point to the vanishing point. To draw this side. And this is basically it for this drawing, okay? So, we have in this type of drawing measurements on the first edge to find the heights, but all the other point locations we find from the top view, which is above the picture plane line, by connecting lines to the station point, see where they intersect the picture plane line, then put straight lines down, see where they will intersect these two lines, the base of the object, okay? And then just take straight lines up. The rest is very easy. So, this is the first object. I will now delete everything and we will draw this object, because this object will have a different station point, because it has different measurements and a different location, and the vanishing points, everything will be in a different location, okay? So I will delete everything now. Okay. Now, we have this object. Again, we need to draw its top view accurately according to scale or real measurements. And then take the top view, rotate it at either 30-60 or 30-60 here, okay? Depending on which side you want to show more. Okay, so this is the top view of this. Now, from this corner that touch the picture plane line, again we will put a straight line down. So we put a straight line down. We need to find the station point. The station point where, again, we will take the distance, okay, from the two widest points. But to do that correct, we need to draw straight lines down until the picture plane line. Measure this distance, okay, and make it times 2, okay? So, this distance you take, you put it here 1 time, 2 times, okay? Wherever it reaches, this is the station point. Now, the next step to find the 90-degree intersecting line. So, this line must be parallel to this line must be parallel to this line. You can use the rulers to help you in this. So, make sure this is parallel to this, not like this, okay? Like this. And you can put it down, okay, until you reach the station point. and then just continue with the lines. Until you touch the picture plane line, okay? So this will be P1, this will be P2, this will be at 90 degrees. Remember, if you use this ruler, it will be exactly in the middle, okay? But you can also use this ruler, okay? Then the 2 points, one will be far away, the other one will be closer, and you can rotate it from this way also, okay? Important this to be 90 degrees, okay? So, okay, now this drawing is not very accurate. It's just a visual because this line and this line need to be parallel actually. So in fact, this one is parallel. Okay, this one I cannot use this ruler. I have to use this ruler because I have 30, 60 degree here. So let me fix this point here, just to make it a little more accurate. Okay. So this one here. Let me remove this one as well. So you can use only this ruler actually for this drawing because we have 30-60 or 30-60 here, okay? So I will do it again using this ruler. So put it here, this one on the line, put it down, okay, until our station point. Then put the line. Okay. So now they should be parallel to each other, okay? I will just use the ruler because these are very long lines and not to make them all shaky. Okay. So P1 will be here, P2 will be here. Okay. Now, okay, so this distance times 2, this is the station point, this is a 90 degree. This line parallel to this line parallel to this line, okay? Okay, now what do? We have the ground line selected. I will use the same ground line location. This is our ground line. It crosses this line in this point, so this is here the 0. So this is here the starting point for this point, okay, the starting edge. So what do we have here? This is the starting edge, okay? So we have a 1 centimeter here stairs, 1 centimeter, then another one, then another one, okay? So the first one is 1 centimeter. So let me put a ruler first. 1, 2. So at 1 centimeter, we take from here and from here to the vanishing points, okay? To the vanishing points. Where are our vanishing points? We need to put them down, okay? Down here until the horizon line. So this is our VP1, this is VP2, okay? Be careful not to connect to the picture plane point, okay? To the vanishing point. So from the first edge we take to the vanishing point. the vanishing point. Okay. So they should go and reach the vanishing points, and we said that the first object ends at 1 centimeter. So this is 1 centimeter, so from here also to the vanishing point we take and from here to the other vanishing point. Okay, continue. Now, from this point, okay, so we took this line here to the vanishing point, and we took this line to the vanishing point. Okay, great. How do I find this line here? Okay, this line, this line, this line, this line, and these two lines. So we need to find their location here on the bottom part, okay, on the ground. We need to find, not in the air, here. So if we put straight lines down here, straight line down from here. So this point, this point, this point, this, and this we need to find. From where? Using the method that we just explained. Where are they located here, these points? Here, 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 here. These 2 points are for the opening, okay? So you need to make sure that exactly the measurements are correct here of the top view. Any mistake here, everything will be, of course, wrong. So from this point, which is this point here, okay, you take where? To the station point. So I will take all of them to the station point now, and later find their location. Now, where these lines intersect the picture plane line, okay? Also, don't make a mistake to, for example, see the horizon line by accident. The picture plane line, okay? Here is what we need. This point, this one, this, and this. From these points, we will put straight lines down and see where they will intersect this line. Or I will just do it freehand. So I will put a straight line down. Where it will intersect this here, this is what we need. Then, the next one. Oh, sorry, this one here. Be careful not to, by accident, take from this point. From this point, okay, you need to take down. So located here, from this point down. So, you know, once you have this top view and the measurements are correct, just you find the points. You don't measure anything else. You just find the points to the station point. Then where they cross the picture plane line down, automatically the object will be correct. Now what we have here, we find the location. So we found where this point is located here, this point, this here, this, and this. Now here we don't have a line, so we need to put it up. So we don't need this line, but for now we will leave it. Now this line is at another 1 centimeter. Here we started with, this is 1 centimeter, then we have the stair, this one is also 1 centimeter, but from where? we know? From the first line. So this is here 1. At number 2. At number 2, you take to the vanishing point. So you take here to the vanishing point. Okay, this is what you need. Now, then, from here you have another stair up. So we found now which one? This and this line and this line. This we need to find, this point. This comes at number 3. It's the third one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. From number 3 to the vanishing point, where it will intersect here, to the vanishing point, okay? This is the line we need. Until where? Until this line, okay? Okay, now, we put up again. The next will be what? The next will be this line. This line, up, the long one. Now the long one is how much? 7 centimeter. 7 centimeter. From here we need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from number 7, we take to the vanishing point. To the vanishing point, and we put this line up. Later I will draw this detail. Now the final line, okay, which is this line here, this point, I will put it up. Okay. Now, from number 7, this line that we already go to the vanishing point, it will intersect these two lines here. So, let me remove these so we don't need them here. To reduce the number of lines. Okay. Now, okay. Now we need to take from each of these points, okay, to the other vanishing point to continue this side of the object. So this line we already have it. This line we already have it. But okay, we have a problem. Where does this end here? Okay, so we need to find this point. This point. We still haven't found it, so we take this to the where? To the station point, okay? To the station point. Okay, now where this intersects the picture plane line, from here we will put a straight line down. Straight line down. Until it intersects these two lines. This is what we need here. Now, from here, okay, we continue. Now, from here to the vanishing point again. From here to the vanishing point, to the vanishing point, to the vanishing point, to the vanishing point, all of them to the vanishing point. Now, from here to the other vanishing point to see where this will intersect. Okay? Where they will intersect, you put it up. Here to the vanishing point. Where it will intersect, you put it up. Then, from here to the vanishing point, where it will intersect, you put it up. Okay? So, now, from this point to the vanishing point, and this line up, where it will intersect, here is what we need, here is the height, and from here, so from this point to the other vanishing point, and from this point to this vanishing point. Finish the top surface of this object. Now let me clean it up a little bit here, because too many lines. We still have this detail to draw here. Excuse me, can you be silent, please? Who is talking all the time? Now the time to try to listen, okay? Not discussing. is missing here still? This detail. Okay? Now this detail we already found, this is an opening, okay? We found this point and this point, which are where? This point, let me check again, this point and this point, this here, this is the first one, this is the second, here, this, okay? So these 2 points are the opening. Now I need to put lines up from them until where? It's 1 centimeter up. 1 centimeter is here, 1 centimeter, okay? So this line, once you take it to the vanishing point, it will intersect these 2 here. And this is the opening. Now you can open it. Let me make it a little more clear. This is the opening, and because it's an opening, from this view, from this point, you need to take to the vanishing point again, because you can see this part of the wall over there, because it's opened, okay? So this goes to the vanishing point. Now, the final detail on the top. We have this object here that comes in the middle, basically, of the surface. So, as you can see here, if we look at this surface, if we put the diagonals, okay, on the surface. So we have a surface, a rectangular surface, and we have 2 diagonals. There is 4 points, okay, that are located on this diagonal. So a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here, okay? How do we find these 4 points? Well, they are on the diagonals. Okay, so the first step is to draw the diagonals. Let me clean it up here a little bit so we can see better. So, we need to draw what? The diagonals, because the 4 points lay on the diagonals. Once we have these 4 points, once we have the 2 diagonal lines, easy to find the 4 points, because we will just take, starting from the points that are close to us, these 2 points, we will take them where? To the SP point. So this point we will take down to where? The SP, okay? Where it will intersect the picture plane line, okay? We will mark it. Then the other point, the same thing. We will take it down until the SP, okay? Where it will intersect the picture plane line, okay? We mark it. Now, straight lines down. So this point is located on this diagonal, which is this one. So, here is the point. We will take it straight down until straight line down, straight line, until it intersects this line at some point, okay? The same thing we do with the other one. So this is the point, we take straight line down until it intersects the other diagonal. Now we have the 2 lines perfect, okay? The 2 points. From this point to this point we connect, okay? We know their location. Now we don't need to find these 2 points. We don't need, because from this point we will take to the vanishing point, okay? And it will already intersect this line. From this line to the other vanishing point. And these 2 also should connect and go to the vanishing point. So, it should be located, for example, here, okay? Be very careful with the small measurements, okay? This is still an easy object, but when you have small measurements, any mistake, again, with the lines, with the location of the points, will create a wrong result here. Now, from each of these 4 points that we find, okay, we need to put lines up. Line up from here, line up from here, and the back one. Okay. This should be 1 centimeter, so at number 8. But here I want to remind you, because some of you will do this, okay? You will take from number 8 on the first edge, and you will draw a line going to the vanishing point, and then that's it. You will connect, you will make this is the height. connecting the line immediately to the object. But don't forget, this object does not lay exactly above this line. What you are finding is an object inside. So there is a space here or a space here. So you cannot find it in one step. From number 8, immediately connect and do, no. So from number 8, when you go to the vanishing point, you're actually finding this surface here. You're finding exactly what is here, but located here, above this line. The next point is to take these 2 points to the other vanishing point, then see where they will intersect these 2 lines, which we put up here. So you need 2 steps. I noticed that some of you still did not understand this, did not pay attention. So, at number 8, where is number 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is number 8 here. We take to the vanishing point. See, this is where the mistake happens with some students. You immediately connect this line with these 2 lines here and say this is the height. But this is not the height. This is the height of the object that lays on this line. Okay? Everything that lays above this line, you can find it directly, or above this line here. But anything inside, you cannot find it directly. So, this, from number 8, go to the vanishing point. We found, so if you extend this line to here, and this line to here, these 2 points, okay? Extending this line from here, which should go to the vanishing point, and this one here. So these 2. What we found is these 2 here now, okay? This, so from this point now, and this point, again, we need to take to the vanishing point to find where they will intersect our lines that we need. So from this to the vanishing point, and from this to the vanishing point, now they will intersect this line here, this line here. This is the line we want. This is the true height of the object. This is the one we found first. Then from this point and this point, we took to the vanishing point to see where they will intersect our lines, our 2 lines, okay? Now, this line will intersect with the back line here. So then we take this to the vanishing point until it intersects the line at the back, this one here to the vanishing point, and it's finished. So this is our object here. Just remember that the 2-step process, because if you directly connect it, it will look shorter. And many of you did that in the exam or in the drawings from what I see. So this is very important to correct. Because it will come again, okay? It will come in the next exam again. You will have to have heights to find, okay? You need to learn. So this is our object. It's completed. Now, you need to do, for your homework, this object you need to draw. This object. Okay? Exactly. With these measurements, scale 1 to 1. What I did here, you have to do. The top view is ready for you. I made it ready, okay? But if you have problems with understanding how to draw top views, you need to also practice that, okay? So you need to draw, for example, draw this simple object as a practice. Draw something you want to draw. Put some cubes together. Understand the method first. Get the hang of it, of the construction, how to draw correct. Then move on to this object, okay? After that, once you are able to do this, you can draw anything. You can draw houses, interiors, everything. The same method, okay, very simple to apply. But be accurate, use the rulers correct, and this is basically it, okay? And be careful of the heights. Any height that is not directly above this line or directly above this line, you need to have another steps to find it. Not directly connect with the first edge, okay? Remember this. And I gave several examples during the classes, and it's recorded on the video, so watch again. Anyone who is lazy, in the end the marks will also be extremely bad. So this you need to draw for your homework, but in reality you need to draw maybe 10, 20 other drawings. Understand this point, to really understand the method. Because you need to also experiment. What will happen if we put the ground line up here? What will happen if we put the horizon line down here? What will happen if we put the ground line down here, for example? Okay? What happens to the drawing? What if? You need to actually draw to understand it. I cannot draw for you all the possible situations. Okay? So this is it for this exercise.